Hello everybody, my name is Jennifer Gabat and I wanted to make this short video to help you understand how video marketing can actually take your business to the next level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover some key elements that you need to do, some prep work prior to you actually going online and doing your video. So there's 5 different things that I want to do for you to be ready to do your video. And then there's also 8 steps that I'm going to be covering so that we can help you maximize your efforts in video marketing. Okay, so let me share my screen. So let me get this out of the way. And so video marketing is the fastest way and the best way for you to build your online brand because it's going to help you step into that authority leadership role that we are trying to do when we're branding ourselves online. It also helps you build trust and relationships even faster. You know, I have people come to me all the time that tell me that I've watched several of your videos and it's like I already know you. So it is really a great way for you to actually, take your business to the next level. It creates leverages. It also makes a difference when you provide value and generate goodwill, okay? You're also cloning yourself. That's another big thing is videos never sleep. They run 24/7, so they're constantly able to generate you leads and income on automation, and that's what we all really want to focus on. So your very first video, unfortunately, we're not born great video makers when we first come into this. It is a learned skill, but the good news is even though your first video is probably going to suck like all of ours, over the time, it's going to get better and better and better. But don't be afraid to try something for the first time just because you think you're going to suck. You may actually resonate with someone that is in the exact same position as you, right? So you're going to look and think back. I do this all the time about the stuff that I made 3 years ago when I first started video marketing. I was horrible, but I can consistently improve on my skill. So a lot of times too that you may hang up with, you may be saying something wrong or you're trying to edit it and stuff like that. It's okay for it not to be perfect. Okay, that's one of the reasons why people can relate to you is because it's not perfect, right? Good sometimes is good enough. All right, so when you're, like I said, you're not going to be the best thing. My first 9,900 videos suck, and that's okay. But it takes over time, your practice. So don't judge yourself, right? Instead of criticizing, look at it as how can I get better at this process, right? Don't say, oh, well, I couldn't do this, or I'm not, I don't sound intelligent enough, or I don't look like my hair's out of place. It's okay, like I said. Instead of judging yourself, look at it as self-analyzation, right? How can you improve on your efforts, right? And it's about your message and your value. Remember that. People want to, they're wanting you to inspire them, right? So my challenge is to you for 24 hours, if you do nothing else, do one video, right? So what type of videos are we going to be covering? You can do inspiration, mindset, lead generation, training videos, funny, lifestyle videos, tutorial videos, reviews, sales video, interview videos, right? Interviewing someone else, how to create a capture page or a bridge video. These are just some ideas that I'm giving you, right? So you want to understand what your attention is for your video marketing. Are you going to share some kind of goal Okay, have that in mind. Are you wanting to generate sales? Are you wanting to generate leads? Are you wanting opt-ins? Or you want visitors, right? So if you're trying to sell something, right, the best way that you can capture other people's emails is to actually offer something for free. Lead generation, okay, is about getting your prospects into your business, and then adding value to your subscribers, right? Give something free, tips. If you notice that the gurus in our industry are always giving value and tips to their audience, okay? That is a purpose that leaders want to provide value for our industry, right? It is going to increase your engagement on social media. What problems are you going to be solving for your particular audience? Okay, almost all videos are focused on solving something, right? Something that's in your niche. Okay, so again, those are some ideas on where to go. So the very first thing that you need to do is there's 5 things that you need to do before you go live. Okay, number 1 is you decide what you're going to talk about and actually understand that topic. You know, do a little research, read up on it, take some courses, some videos, or whatever the case may be, but really understand the topic that you're going to do. Then when you're deciding what you're going to talk with, write down, number 2 is write down some key points that you want to cover, that you do not want to leave out of your tutorial, right? All right, and then number 3 is make sure that your lighting is good. Maybe go outside, or if you're inside, make sure that your lighting is behind you, or excuse me, in front of you, so that the light will be shining on you instead of the vice versa, right? So that is, lighting is key, right? And then also outside is really good too, right? And then number 4 is understand what call to action you're going to do. Are they going to go to this link? Are they going to leave a comment? Are they going to download this? Are they going to whatever the case may be? Okay, and then the final piece in this is 5 is actually create your catchy title, and then really add some emojis and the call to action. So I introduce, what I do is I go to this free resource. This is a great little thing called titlegenerator.com. Okay, you can go in there and put your subject in what you're going to be covering, and then it's going to give you hundreds of different titles that you can choose from, that you could think that it could help you with your SEOing, right? All right, so now you've got all of your list. You've got those 5 things put together. So now it is 8 things that you're going to try to focus along with while you're going through the process of doing your video, okay? So number 1 is take about 30 seconds to say hello, introduce yourself, where you're coming from, doing a little stall, okay? So one of the things that I see a lot of people do is that they get online, they go live, and then they say, well, I'm going to wait for my audience to show up. Don't do that, okay? Because majority of people are going to be watching while they're going to be catching the replay, and then you want just to stall just a little bit for a little bit of time for you to bring in the audience, but you don't want to sit there and do nothing, right? So you want to have a little stalling period, and that's the reason why we want to say hello and share where we're coming from, maybe talk about, you know, how beautiful the weather is, or how whatever the case may be. Then number 2 is you're going to tell them what you're going to be talking about. So are you going to be talking about, are you struggling with leads, your problem, you're finding people to talk to, not enough traffic, do you know what to say to your prospects, struggling to get conversion? Okay, ask the question and tell them what you're going to help them. Third is ask them to introduce themselves. Leave your comments, right? This is being interaction with your audience. So drop an emoji where you're coming from, or, you know, drop a number or a comment. Let me know where you're coming from. Are you watching the replay, or are you watching the live, right? So you're asking people to interact with you. Okay. Then number 4 is that you're getting into the content. Okay. Don't be afraid to look at your notes. That is the reason why you're making that list, right? So don't go a lot of complicated lists, but maybe 2 or 3 tips that you can show, you can share with your audience. So give the absolute best tips that you can. Don't hold anything back. You know, I often say it's give 110%, and you will you know, receive that tenfold back. Okay, so don't be afraid to give tips. I mean, you know, your best stuff. Okay. Get to the point quickly. Don't, you know, yeehaw around. And then focus on one problem to solve, right? So if you're talking about lead generation, you don't want to go very elaborate because you want it to be short and sweet on these lives, okay? Encourage some interaction, or, you know, again, that's another way that you can stop and ask the question and then ask for likes, comments, or shares, right? Number 6 is usually keep it in a 15-minute radius of time. And actually, the shorter videos actually do a lot more because we live in a very fast-paced society, and 3 to 5 minutes is usually really a great amount of time frame for someone to, you can share some great value in that, right? And then number 7 is ask them to click the notification or the follow button on your live so that they will get notification. Then you will become, you will have that audience that will receive that notification when you went live or going live so that they can be sure to tune in. Then on the 8th one is make sure that you have a call to action, right? Tell them exactly what they want to do next and what they can expect. Do you want them to, you know, share your video or download this or visit, you know, this website? Okay, viewers want to know what you want them to do next step. Direct them where to go and what to do. People are really looking for leaders, right, in our industry to show them the way. But I don't want you to be pushy, and but I do want you to be direct, right? So if, you know, another thing you can share is say, if you enjoy this, you're going to love this other cool stuff. So you're helping them go to the next level. And so make sure that you always have a call to action. So one of the things that I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you this PDF about how you can become the rock star of video marketing. Also, another little tip too is make sure that you have some hashtags into your videos. And when you upload your video onto wherever the case may be, go ahead and leave it up there for a whole 24 hours so that you can get the maximum amount of exposure. And if you're doing Facebook Lives, then download that and then upload it into your YouTube channel and look for hashtags that can help you. I love YouTube videos because it is a search engine. So that will also help you make tons of leads and generating ongoing automation into your business. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Thank you again for joining me. Comment below free PDF and I will shoot you this download as soon as you comment. So thank you again for joining me today, and I hope that y'all have a fantastic day. All right, have a good day.